What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another live Ask Me Anything today. You guys know how it goes. You throw it in the chat. You throw it in the live chat. We take them. And if you want to get your question answered right away, you make sure to throw in that super chat. As well, if you're here, hit that like button. And of course, to my two people who are joining me, we have Ren right here. You guys want to make sure to go subscribe to him if you haven't yet. We do a great podcast. He does great movie reviews and all that stuff. And then we do have another guest who is one of my close friends in Arizona. He's a Twitch streamer. Right now, in the link down below, if you do have a Twitch account or you don't, you should go make one and go follow him. You'll get to know him in just a little bit. And if you've ever watched the Good Boys podcast, he has been on there as well with me and Tyler. It's going to be fun, guys. So make sure, just start throwing in those questions. We want some really unique ones. Also, someone mentioned when it hits a dislike before it even starts. I agree. Who the fuck hit the dislike button before we even started?
How dare you?
Pretty insane. So we'll throw this one out. Are you excited for the new Star Wars game being announced tomorrow? Did you see this, Ren?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I did. Not a fan. Like, I like flying ships in my Star Wars games, but when that's all the game is, I'm not a fan. Maybe it will look great. Maybe I'll change my mind, but at this moment in time, not super hyped for it.
I need to see gameplay. I just need to see gameplay. EA has burned me so much on games before. Battlefront 2, I'll give them the props on it. The game's awesome now. It's completely awesome. But ending support, I think, was like the worst thing they could have done. The only reason I could hope for is that they are going to make a third one now. And they're really going to push everything they did in 2 plus more. Because there was like things cut out, like Ahsoka, Padme, and like 3 other characters were being made, and they cut them out of the game. But they're like, if you dig into like the game's data mining, it's in there. You know what I mean? So It's kind of funny how that works. But yeah, tomorrow I'm excited, I guess, but I need to see more from it. You know, like there's not that big amount yet. What movie will win the box office during the weekend of November 20th? Soul or No Time to Die?
The Weekend. I think The Weekend. No Time to Die wins for sure.
Yeah, I think Soul's gonna be like Inside Out. Inside Out didn't win the first 2 weekends.
No, but it had more legs. That's what I think Soul will have.
You know, it's funny. Soul almost beat the Big Fat Greek Wedding thing of being like the highest grossing film to never hit first place. But I think one of the last, like the 3rd or 4th weekend, Inside Out did hit the first place, and they're like, damn it. I just watched Tangled for the first time a few days ago, and I really enjoyed it. What are your thoughts of Cody? That was a great movie. I really like Tangled. I actually have had the weird urge to rewatch it as well. But yeah, what about you, Ren?
Tangled is awesome. I love Tangled. I actually think it's quite underrated, and it's got probably one of the best Disney couples ever, in my opinion.
I agree. Most overrated and underrated Pixar movie, in your opinion? Underrated? Ratatouille. I'll always say it. I think everyone says Ratatouille, but no one talks about Ratatouille. Another one, I think Monsters University. I think Monsters University is a lot of fun. And Onward is going to be underrated. Do you want to throw some underrated out, and then I'll throw some overrated out?
I would say Ratatouille as well, but I'm also inclined to say Brave, because I like Brave. Like, I don't love it, but I like it, and I think it gets too much hate, so I think it fits in that category. Overrated? Zach's going to throw me out probably because of this, but Finding Nemo is a little bit overrated, I think.
Fuck off.
It's awesome, but it's a little bit overrated. And the first Cars, just because some people like it, it's overrated. That movie sucks.
You're overrated. What do you think of the Spider-Man Miles Morales? Now, when our guest comes in, I want him to talk about this too, so we'll talk about it. What do I think? I didn't expect it. That was besides all the independent games and like some of the smaller ones, when I'm talking about like big PlayStation games, I didn't expect to see Spider-Man Miles Morales whatsoever on this at all. I didn't expect it. Given it is not a full game, they have said that it's going to be like Uncharted Lost Legacy, $40, around $40, but it's going to be an expansion, not a DLC, an expansion. So it's going to be a bigger game. I'm just curious to see when it takes place. How much time has passed as Miles being Miles Morales. Because I wanted to see that training stuff with Peter, and I was hoping that was going to be the second game. So I'm curious. and our guest is joining in right now. Let me get situation, then I'll bring him in here. Carlos, my dude, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Awesome, guys. This is Carlos. Like I said, he has his Twitch channel right down below. Plug yourself real fast. How can they get to Twitch? How do they make an account? What would you like them to do? Your link's down below, so it's pretty easy for them.
What's up, guys? I just started on Twitch, so I'm not I don't have a full schedule or anything. But if you're on that app and you use it every now and then, I play Valorant with a couple of my friends quite a bit, and I'm on Twitter. It should all be under redx_AZ. But yeah, that's me. And if you like games, come around, because I'm going to be playing a little bit more than just Valorant and just branching out as much as possible and seeing what people like. So
there you go.
Let me know what your opinion is.
You should play some weird games.
I have some weird games on my wish list. Steam is awesome.
I bet. All right.
Some really weird games.
So we just got to ask this question. What do you think of Spider-Man Miles Morales, the game?
Miles Morales is my favorite iteration of Spider-Man, and so to see him getting as much of the spotlight as he is getting right now, I love it. Into the Spider-Verse was awesome. That's probably my favorite movie. It's like top 3 for me.
I don't blame you. I mean, I
didn't get
love
to play
that
much of that Spider-Man. I just recently started playing more of it on PS4, but the much that I did play is really, really awesome.
Yeah, I love that Spider-Man game. It was literally like, I go back and forth, but it was one of my favorite games, probably top 3 for the PS4 of the last generation, or just in general this last generation of gaming. But Miles Morales, I was telling Ren, I find it. I was surprised. Given it's not a full game, it's an expansion, like a $40 game type thing.
Did they really? I thought they specified that it was an actual full game.
So they compared it to Uncharted Lost Legacy, where Uncharted Lost Legacy is a full game, but it's only going to be like $40 because it's a smaller scaled. Like,
I see.
In general, the story, like the original Spider-Man game's like 30 plus hours. This one's going to be like 15 to 20. So I'm fine with that. I didn't expect. I was gonna be honestly shocked if this was a full game, because they did say that there is still another Spider-Man game coming out in the future, which I actually have a feeling will be next year. I actually have a feeling the next Spider-Man game is going to be 2021. I'm just more curious of when Horizon Zero Dawn 2 is coming out, because I want that game. That's the one I'm like more.
I actually never even got to watch anything or touch it at all. I really wanted to, and it looked really cool, but I just never got around to it.
Ren, did you ever get to play Horizon Zero Dawn? What do you think of Spider-Man Miles Morales?
I love the idea of Spider-Man Miles Morales. I'm kind of that it isn't a full game, but it is like an expansion of the original game. I never played Horizon Zero Dawn. I have a close friend of mine who freaking loves that game. I have no idea what it is about, like gameplay wise. It's like a shooter. Is it like let's say
it's an RPG. It's an RPG.
Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, okay.
I might try it then to
really
see
good.
if I get the second one.
They'll probably do a big sale for it. I would get it on sale for PS4 because we got
it's coming to PC. It's coming to PC too.
Ooh,
they announced that.
Okay.
A lot, and that's what's funny. Sony's being smart. They're pushing all their exclusives to PC, so people will then be like, "Hey, I want to play the second one." Also, real fast, I don't know if anyone's gonna ask me more questions about the the next generation. Resident Evil 8 looks fucking awesome. Like, I really liked 7, but that trailer for 8, I was sitting there, I'm like, this is Resident Evil, but it doesn't feel like Resident Evil. But it looks more faster paced than 7, which 7 was very clunky, but it was still fun and scary. This one legitimately looks fucking awesome. Like, the atmosphere feels like Resident Evil 4, and I love it. Ren, I don't think you're the biggest Resident Evil game fan, right?
Nah, not my type of game.
And Carlos, are you excited for this one?
I played a lot of the one that you actually got. You and Curtis got me for my birthday.
Oh, 2,
yeah, that was 2. Yeah, I played 2 all the way through, and I got halfway through Claire's story, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed that game. I thought it was
I like that one too.
Awesome. So to see that it's getting another one, I'm just even more excited. And I played 7 a little bit. I didn't get to finish it just because it was honestly terrifying, and I was playing on the hardest difficulty.
7
it was a struggle.
Fucking scary.
It was a struggle. But I really enjoyed that one too.
Mm-hmm.
So
asking both of you from the PlayStation 5 lineup, like the next generation gaming, what was like the game that got your attention the most?
Godfall. I
Godfall
know it
looks
wasn't
cool.
in the event, but they've announced it a while ago. And that one, I'm like, I want to see what type of game this is before I actually commit to buying it. But from what I saw, I loved what I saw.
I agree. And Carlos?
Sly Cooper. Or not Sly Cooper. I wish it was
Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank. I was thinking of the same lines.
Well, and I was watching a video, and this guy's like, that game shows next gen. You literally see him going through different dimensions and full worlds. Full worlds, not like a little corridor, like a full world. So that's awesome. And I was like reading, like, the thing is these consoles won't be they might be as strong as like the strongest PC right now, but they won't be like PCs are going to update a little bit faster than these consoles will.
Oh yeah,
it's just going to be cool to see how
I'm
this
curious
grows.
to see if you can take apart the Xbox at all, the Series X.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wonder if you can buy new parts for it at all, like you could a PC. Because it's basically a PC at this point.
Well, so I'm being honest. That's what I won't be surprised, and I've been saying this. I think this might be the last console generation for quite a bit. I think they are going to do something where maybe just plug in something and it updates it. You know what I mean? It makes you buy like an add-on. Like if you've seen the Xbox has like what memory cards now? Like there's like some SSD memory card that you can buy for the new Xbox.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
So I'm kind of interested in what that's going to be like, you know?
Yeah.
So who knows? It's definitely interesting, but let's move on to the next question. O'Sullivan asked, thoughts on Paul Thomas Anderson, personally my favorite director. Carlos, I know you're do you know who Paul Thomas Anderson is? Do you need me to mention some movies of his?
Yeah, I don't know that name.
So he's done Boogie Nights and There Will Be Blood. Have you seen any of those? Those are like probably his like most
movie. Wait, what were they?
Boogie Nights and There Will Be Blood.
No, I don't. I can't say that I have seen either.
Okay. All right. No, fair enough. Ren, what do you think of him?
I love it. He's also up there he's not my personal favorite, but he's up there for me. He's a very unique director because the scores in his movies always hit very differently than most movies. Like I'm a score guy, so I'm also paying attention to that. But he really relies on his score to set the moods and tell the stories.
I agree. Dude, Last of Us 2 this Friday. Absolutely took the whole weekend off to play it. Anyone else excited for Last of Us 2?
It's not coming out on Friday over here.
That's shitty. That's fucking shitty.
Over here, it's weird. Games over here come out on Tuesdays most of the time.
So like it'll be come out the next Tuesday?
Yes, the 19th, I believe.
Oh, that's fun. Carlos, are you excited for it?
I'm excited if Jorge gets it.
Yeah.
I don't think
I think he is getting it.
I'm sure he will, just because he's that kind of guy and he loves Last of Us. He's been talking about it. He just started replaying it.
Mm-hmm.
I never got to play it because when it came out, Tyler, my brother, got it on Redbox the weekend that I went to my other parents' house, beat it the same night he got it, and then returned it the morning I came back. So I never even got to see the disc. So that was the closest I got to Last of Us, and I just started replaying it now. And I made a mistake of going to the hardest difficulty first because I'm some kind of
grounded. Is that grounded?
It's
so
awful.
Do you want me to tell you a secret about how to beat grounded?
What you got?
Run. I'm not even joking. If you do not have to kill the enemies, run.
That's fair. I've honestly just been running up and swinging on every single one of them.
Yep.
I swing on every single zombie I can, and every screamer I come across, I just use my bullets on them.
Mm-hmm. So what was it? The first time I beat Grounded, I died 350 times. I remember this because I died a fuck ton. It took me forever. And then I went back through on New Game Plus literally the next day because I'm like, I want to beat this fucking game. I only died 30 times. It's literally like
okay.
Because if you know where to go, especially that second playthrough on it or whatever playthrough you're playing on, it's it's way easier to just like. There's a lot of people that you can just run straight past.
Yeah.
There are some people that you do have to kill. But yeah, it's interesting how that works. Braveheart or Gladiator? I prefer Braveheart. I'd say Gladiator.
Gladiator for me.
Gladiator was amazing for me.
Okay, so everyone choose Gladiator. What are your thoughts on Sword and Shield DLC? I haven't gotten it. Anyone gotten the DLC?
Yeah, I haven't gotten it. I'm probably gonna.
Haven't even looked into the Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. I played the Pokemon game and it was fun. But are you getting it?
I had a friend that tried it.
Oh, okay. Are you getting it, Ren?
I'm probably getting it this week, yeah, because
Okay.
I have OCD. If I don't get all the Pokemon I can, I'm gonna flip out.
Do you have all the Pokemon so far in the original game?
All the ones that I can, like the game I have most Pokemon is probably still Platinum because it was the one where I had the most access to the other games easily. So
Mhm.
I just kept pushing them all to Platinum. I have like 700 Pokemon because that one I also my OCD went overboard, and so I not only have a Charmander that I evolved. I have a Charmander, a Charizard. I mean, I have a Charmander, a Charmeleon, and a Charizard. I have a Squirtle, a Wartortle, a Blastoise. I have
I
a
like
Bulbasaur. I have like all the evolutions, like in
I
order
like
of
that.
the Pokedex.
I dig it. All right. If you could have an actor portray yourself in a film and have a director direct it, who would the actor and director be? Ren, do you want to take this one first?
Yeah, Adam Driver, directed by Christopher Nolan.
Oh, great pick.
Wow, I guess I never thought about this question. It's kind of
Carlos,
weird.
do you have a pick for it?
It would have to be the actor that played Miles Morales in Into the Spider-Verse.
Shamik Moore.
Shamik Moore. I couldn't remember his name. I couldn't
dig it.
think. I would want it directed by who did Shaun of the Dead? I'm spacing right now.
Edgar Wright.
Edgar Wright, yeah.
I
would love
swear
Edgar
to
Wright.
I swear to God, I was gonna say Edgar Wright, but I want
Edgar Wright to direct my movie.
I was
Dude,
actually
Edgar
thinking of
Wright.
Scott Pilgrim
Yeah,
because you're a gamer.
I rewatch Scott Pilgrim at least like every other 2 weeks.
it's so
Wow.
good. Well,
That's
I
one of my
remember.
favorite
Remember
movies.
when we went and saw Baby Driver? Remember
Yeah.
how like?
We
So
saw
I remember.
it so early.
Yeah, so me and Carlos, they had this like line, but like they ran out of tickets. So what we did was we went and watched Chips. If anyone remembers
Oh,
that fucking
yeah.
movie, it was not good. It was okay.
Yeah.
But then we left, and there was like 2 hours left to wait in the line, but there was still no line. So I just said, well, let's just sit in here. And then I ripped the top of the paper, and I said, the tickets fell in the toilet.
Oh my God.
And they let us in. They let us fucking in. It was so worth it. That movie's fucking awesome. But we saw it like what, 4 months early, 5 months.
Yeah, something
It was
like
like
that.
insane,
Crazy like
and
that.
it wasn't like a preview screening. It was just a screener. So
It was cool. It was really cool to see it that early. Like everybody was still talking about it when it was coming up, and I was like, "Yeah, I've already seen it. It's pretty good."
it's so
Yeah.
amazing. I'm gonna be honest. I think that might be my second favorite Edgar Wright film, though.
Yeah,
I love that movie.
Absolutely. I think Hot Fuzz is last for me, and then
Oh,
Shaun of
I
the
love
Dead,
Hot Fuzz.
Scott Pilgrim, and then Baby Driver.
What about The World's End?
World's End is right behind Baby Driver.
Oh, really? I love that movie too. I
That
love
one's awesome, but it doesn't compare to me for Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead was the first zombie movie I saw, so
Shaun of the Dead is
it
amazing.
holds a special place in my heart.
I get that. I mean, for me, it's probably goes Shaun of the Dead, Baby Driver, Hot Fuzz, Scott Pilgrim, and then The World's End. But it's so tough because I love like every single one of the movies.
Yeah.
It's tough. Damien Scott, I watched 7 episodes of Spider-Man Ultimate on Disney Plus. It's criminally underrated. Do you guys agree? Has anyone ever watched this show?
Yeah.
he said Unlimited, not Ultimate. I actually agree on Ultimate,
Ooh.
but Unlimited, I only saw it like way back when it came out. I don't remember either liking it or disliking it. I just know that most people hate it. So for my end, I can't actually agree or disagree either way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I threw
And-
it on as background noise for a while. Like I just kind of threw it on to fall asleep. I wasn't really like when Disney Plus first came out. I was so stoked to just have like Marvel TV,
Yeah.
like old Marvel shows, just playing all the time, and that's what I
Yeah.
did. And then I got caught up watching Star Wars: Clone Wars. Got
That
way
that
invested.
show's amazing.
It's so good.
Did
I
you
got
finish
way
it?
invested. Yep,
The last 4?
I'm all caught up.
The last one. Did you watch Rebels?
No, I
You should,
heard
okay.
Rebels wasn't as good, so I don't know.
So
I'm
let me tell you this right now. You should watch Rebels for Mandalorian season 2.
really.
Yes.
Oh.
I'm not gonna say anything about a lot of those characters. Some characters from Clone Wars and some characters from Rebels will appear in it.
Oh,
So you should definitely watch it.
Okay, okay.
Especially if you like Ahsoka and
How
Rex.
many? Okay, but how many seasons of Rebels are there? 'Cause
Four.
I just watched okay. I
And
just
they're
watched
all in
everything.
order. You don't have to. It's not out of order. Let me put it to this, Carlos. Darth Maul's in there. Ahsoka's in there. Rex is in there. There you go.
Okay. All right, that's all I needed
So-
to hear.
Someone
That's all I
else
needed
is
to
in
hear.
there. Someone else is in there, but we can't tell you who it is.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So
I like that.
it's
I
really
appreciate
fucking
that.
good.
I like that. Thank you.
Yeah. It's like Clone Wars. You know how there's like some kiddie episodes. It's like
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Rebels is the same
yeah.
way, but when Rebels, I think besides the last 4 episodes of Clone Wars, I think Rebels is actually more cohesive,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's a little bit darker
Really?
And
At some
Rebels
points.
and Rebels does have the best single episode out of both shows for me.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah,
Wow.
It's the
Okay.
season 2 finale. That's what we can
Yeah,
say. The season 2
that
finale.
that episode's
The
fucking
season 2
incredible.
finale is really that good.
Yeah,
It's perfect.
Okay.
it's
Okay.
so good. So yeah, definitely start watching that one, and especially before Mandalorian season 2,
Okay.
because
I don't think I watched the last like 2 episodes of Mandalorian.
you should definitely watch those two.
I think I think what my strategy was going to be is I was going to watch the last 2 right before season 2, just so I wasn't stuck with any cliffhangers.
I would just watch. So do Rebels and then go straight into Mandalorian and just rewatch the Mandalorian. But definitely Rebels. Rebels. There's 4 seasons. What, like 16 episodes per season?
Have 12. Others have 6. Like the second season, I believe, is the biggest one with like 20 episodes, but the other ones either have 13, something like that.
Mm-hmm. So it's a fun time, man. You definitely got to watch it. I love that show.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely look.
What's your favorite ice cream flavor? Take this. Take this first.
I'm a strawberry kind of guy.
Really?
Like if you're talking like down to basics, I'm a strawberry kind of guy. Strawberry or like cookies and cream.
Yep, cookies and cream is for me. Run.
Yeah, cookies and cream is really good, but if we're going to basics as well, I'm gonna say vanilla.
Okay.
Dang, nice. New camera, Zach? No, I just have better lighting, so the camera works better. What do you guys think of Captain Marvel now? Who would like to take this one first?
I've always liked her. In fact, just the other day, the last few days or during the past week, I was having my parents catch up with the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies that they've missed. So we watched Black Panther, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Captain Marvel, and then finally Spider-Man Far From Home. Their favorite was Spider-Man Far From Home, but actually second favorite was Captain Marvel.
Really? And Carlos, how do you feel about the movie?
I mean, I enjoyed it the first time around. I haven't watched it a second time, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it wasn't one of those that was like super big for me. I wasn't ever like a super big fan of Captain Marvel, but I mean, it was still a good movie. I've thoroughly enjoyed every Marvel movie, basically. Like, there hasn't been one where I was like, wow, that was so not worth my money. I've enjoyed every single one of them.
I do remember when I went to see this at the press screening, I walked up in there and I'm like, oh, what's the embargo? They're like, day before. I'm like, oh, cool. That means it's not going to be good. Which I like Captain Marvel. I like the Captain Marvel movie. I definitely think it's like lower tier on the MCU, but it's still good. What do you think of the 89 Batman movie and its sequel? So that's the Michael Keaton one. I like it. Definitely not my favorite ones. I don't rewatch them that much.
Super cheesy.
Yeah,
they were good.
I mean, they're all
super cheesy.
Meh.
Ren?
That's fair. I'd say that's fair.
What's everyone's favorite Batman movie? Oh,
are we talking? Can we consider the animated movies as well?
Yeah.
Okay, Dark Knight Returns. Dark Knight Returns is that is my favorite adaptation we've got of him because he's so gritty and it's like just so much more mature. I really enjoyed it, and like reading the comic, and then when they put it on to the animation, it was so good. They did it really good, and they did both parts too. It was long. Yeah, it was. Really
I agree. I love it. Giving a shout out to because mine's Batman Begins, but giving a shout out to another animated one, Batman Under the Red Hood is great.
Yes,
that one's great. That one's great.
That one's awesome.
Favorite Gears of War game, Ren? I don't think you've ever played a Gears of War game. Okay,
really?
I know me and Carlos
I haven't played it.
I love Gears of War. Gears of War 3 is my favorite. Nothing will ever beat that game. I mean, Gears of War 6 would literally have to blow it out of the fucking park. But I think Gears of War 3 works so well because the first 2 games built the characters up so perfectly. Well, 4 got its footing, but then 5 kind of changed which character to follow the most, which I loved 5 besides all the microtransactions. So, Carlos, what about you?
I would say 3. Honestly, that Horde is perfect. The Horde mode is perfect, and it is never they screwed it up. They did the next one, and they added classes and all this other BS. It wasn't the same. But if they kept it like just that classic formula, I would be just as invested with Gears of War right now as I was.
I would say 5 is better. because I actually put a lot of time in Horde and 5. But again,
Really?
I stopped playing 5 because of the microtransactions. I legitimately think they ruined the game. Like they
Oh, yeah, no.
legitimately ruined that fucking game for me. Where I do
I
not want to play
haven't
that game
I
anymore.
haven't touched it. The only time I logged back into it is I saw that they were doing an event where if you just log in, you get Dave Bautista
Yeah,
and a Batista bomb where he just blows their head up or something like that. And I
yeah,
was like, all right, fine, you got me. So I
yeah.
installed and I played a game, but I uninstalled right after. It wasn't like I kept it
Mhm.
around.
I play it here and there, but definitely I always go back to 3. There's still a lot of people playing online on 3, so I still play that one more.
Really?
Mm-hmm. What are your guys' thoughts on the PlayStation 5 reveals? We already kind of talked about that. If we're gonna go into one more thing, let me just discuss that astronaut game. Looks fucking cool.
Oh
The new
yeah,
Capcom game. But
yeah.
besides that,
I'm
did you
so
see that
eager
one,
for
Ren?
No, I don't
It
think so.
looks really fucking
What's
cool.
the name? Is
It starts with
it
an A or
Pragmata?
something, right?
Pragmata?
Pragmata,
Or yeah,
yeah.
okay, Pragmata.
Okay, I saw the name. I
Mhm.
didn't see what it was
And
about.
Deathloop looks fucking phenomenal. Like,
Oh yeah, it just looks like Dishonored with time travel. It's
and
awesome.
faster paced and faster
Yeah,
paced
it's
than
awesome.
which I'm all for because I like Dishonored, but I've never been like the love of it. I don't know
Really,
why.
I really liked the first one, and when they did the second one, it was good. It was really awesome. It just wasn't like super big, and nobody. I think there was like other games coming out at the same time,
It didn't do as well, which sucks.
but I mean, it was a good game. It wasn't
Mhm.
by no means was a bad game.
Yeah. Vince Bua asks, love the channel, Zach. Appreciate all you do. Question for you is, what are you looking forward to in the Justice League Snyder Cut the most? Carlos, do you know about the Snyder Cut?
Yep.
And what are you looking forward to the most?
Just to see how it should have been the first time. I did it. I like
think we all
Justice League when I watched it when it actually came out. I was like, it wasn't what I wanted. Like it was nowhere near as big as Marvel went. So it
Mhm.
wasn't. It didn't stand out as much. But I mean, I'm really excited to see what they're gonna do with it, or what he's gonna do with it, because
Mhm.
I felt like he should have had it the first time.
I agree. Ren?
Yeah, I'm super looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to see this character get introduced.
Darkseid's
Oh
daughter.
yeah.
Grail.
For me, let me just say this: Martian Manhunter.
Oh yeah.
I know
forgot
he's gonna
about
pop up into it just for a couple seconds, maybe, but I'm all for it. I'm more just curious to see how big of a difference it
Well, they
is.
said
Like
they're gonna have to try to animate him back in, right? Because they can't reshoot. They
I
said they're
don't.
not giving any money for reshoots, right?
They're giving them more money than everyone thought. Definitely.
Yeah.
They said
Oh,
it was around 50 million, but when they interviewed the guy for HBO Max, he goes, "We wish it was 50 million." So I would put it like almost 100. I legitimately think this movie's almost 100 million.
damn.
So they say there's no reshoots. I think when they say reshoots, they mean for the bigger actors.
Oh,
Like Ben, Gal, them. I don't think they can afford them for a reshoot, but I think
right.
when it comes to Adam, like Adam's going to be in it. Manhunter, I'm sure you can get. I'm just curious to see how they finished it. Again, the ending, because the whole Snyder Cut is out there. The whole what happens in it's out there. I just am curious how they end it.
Yeah.
I really hope they go with the ballsy ending. Even if we don't get the sequel, I know it'll kind of piss me off, but the ending is fucking awesome.
I never
Definitely.
looked into it because I just wanted it to be like a surprise if it ever
Mhm.
did come out. Like it, because I figured that like in the back of my mind, I was like, do it as like a bonus, like on the DVD or something, like or on DVD on the Blu-ray or something. Like just
Oh yeah.
I'll buy the steelbook for it.
Yeah, it's terrible, man. Should they make a sequel for Into the Spider-Verse? They already are.
Yeah.
2022.
I need it.
Now, I'm curious, what do you guys want? I want it to be Spider-Man 2099, Miles and Gwen, and then them going to different dimensions.
Yeah,
And that's what I would want them to do.
That's basically what I was gonna say. I want instead of seeing everyone come into Miles's world, I want Miles to go into different worlds.
With them too. I want 2099 and Gwen to be the main additional characters. And then like I'm sure like throughout it they'll go to Spider-Ham's world, they'll go to Spider-Man Noir's world, they'll go to Peter B. Parker's world, Penny Parker. They'll return to those characters, but they won't be as big as the first one. I think they're gonna introduce newer characters. Carlos?
I want them to just wrap everything up, or not wrap it up, but I want them to like just expand on on the multiverse. Like why hasn't anybody touched on it? I hate that like they got close with it in Far From Home, but it wasn't quite there. but it like confirmed that its existence in the MCU.
Wait till Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
The
I
next
know.
Doctor Strange. That's gonna be
I'm
it.
so excited for that too.
Mhm.
That
I've
one's-
been saying this though.
In fact, the first Doctor Strange already confirmed that there is multiverse. They
Yeah.
talked about it.
Oh yeah, you're right.
This is what I think they have. I think it would be brilliant if they have a scene that they go through a world and they all go live action. Every single one of the actors goes live action in their actual suits, and they run into Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, and Tobey Maguire.
That would be the perfect scene. It would be it would be like when Deadpool ran across the X-Men. Do you remember that when the door was open and they had to slam it real quick?
It's perfect. It's perfect. And I think
Like even
that
if it was something small like that, that just like at least acknowledge the existence between the two worlds would be perfect.
You could technically say that Spider-Verse is in the continuity of the Spider-Man universe or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because so it's here, and I wouldn't be surprised if Sony did
just
it.
chop it up to a multiverse. Like that's what you gotta do.
Hey guys, which are you more anticipating, Xbox Series X or PS5? The PS5, but I'm gonna get both. Carlos,
I'm on Xbox. I'm not switching generations. I just
Ren?
ordered my Elite controller.
See, there you go. Ren,
PS5, always PlayStation.
What devices do you guys use for HBO Max? I think I might be the only one that has it. My TV, because it's like one of the only devices that can play it.
I think my dad's got it, so I'm gonna piggyback off of him onto my TV.
Ren, do you have it yet?
I don't have HBO Max, and at this point, I have no intention of getting it.
Is HBO Max even worth it? Kinda. I mean, honestly, like, there's a lot of great stuff on there. The classic movies are great. Studio Ghibli, all their films are on there.
Oh,
which
that's
is fantastic.
right. Yeah.
Friends is on there. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is on there. Doom Patrol
Here's
Season
my
2 is going to be on there. But I mean, it's just HBO with like additional stuff. Right now, I mean, I wouldn't say it's worth it. I got it for Doom Patrol Season 2 and Friends and Fresh Prince and the Studio Ghibli stuff. But like for me, it's like, I don't know. It's kind of, they're trying to drop in the ball. The fact that you can't have it on Roku or like pretty much any device is fucking garbage. Let's see. Based on the Miles Morales announcement, how many more years do you think until the full sequel Marvel Spider-Man comes? I wouldn't be surprised if it's next year. I really wouldn't be surprised. I think they're going to want like something new for this game almost every single year. Just because that's how Sony is. But if we're going off it, I think it'll be, if it's not next year, it'll definitely be 2022. I have a feeling next year will be God of War. I have a feeling the next God of War will be next year too. So we'll see. Carlos?
Really nice. I would like a God of War too, but I think it's got to be pretty soon here that they're going to be following up with more Spider-Man content because they were constantly putting stuff out for the first one.
I agree.
Constantly, like just even like small stuff like suits and just like other stuff that was nice to have.
Yeah, they supported that game for a while. Ren?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's probably next year, either late next year or early 2022.
I agree. What are your guys' thoughts on Outlast Trial and Resident Evil Village? So first off, Cody Curtis asked us. Thank you, Cody. Outlast Trials we haven't talked about. Resident Evil Village we talked about. Outlast Trials, I don't know what that is. What is it? Carlos, do you know what it is?
I have not heard of it. I'm gonna look it up now.
Because I like the original Outlast games, but I don't know. Oh, the next Outlast game is a Cold War co-op fight for survival. Outlast Trials.
Oh,
it's co-op.
I mean, I could get down with that.
That actually intrigues me to play co-op. But is it co-op online or is it co-op?
It'll probably be online. Everything's gonna be online now.
Yeah, some games though. Yeah. So I don't know.
I like the Outlast series. I've played every single one.
I do too. I've only beaten the first one though.
I played 1 and 2, but I didn't get around to the DLCs, but I finished them all the way through.
I agree. Do you collect things other than Funko Pops? Will you do an updated collection video soon? I collect a lot of shit.
You should.
I collect a lot of shit. I collect Blu-rays. I collect Black Series. I collect Marvel Legends. I collect... yeah, that's like the main things I collect. Updated collection video, yes. I'm just waiting for like a slower week because like I say, oh, I'm going to do it this week. And then like I have to do like 3 other videos before that. So then I'm like, oh, fuck it. I'll just push it back. Usually any of those editorial videos I do are the weeks that I had literally nothing to put out. What do you collect, Carlos?
I mean, I collect the Funkos. I stopped now because I'm in a smaller room, so it's not as easy. But I mean, now I'm looking for amiibos.
Hell yeah. I have a whole wall of those.
I've decided I want to try to make a chessboard full of amiibos.
Oh, you
Nice.
should. That'd be awesome. That'd be dope.
Yeah,
That'd be
I think
awesome.
I think I'm just gonna get like a big printout of a chessboard just because that'll be a little bit easier and put like
Mhm.
Smash icons in it or something like that. And
Love
then
that.
I already found someone on Reddit that put up a full like hypothetical of amiibos for a chessboard and like
Mhm.
where they should be. It's actually
Oh.
pretty genius.
That's amazing. I love that because, like, for me, like, I guess I do collect amiibos too. I'm just not as serious about it because I'm missing, I think, a majority of like. So, like, I always went for the harder characters, but I didn't go for like Luigi, Pikachu, Peach, like the typical characters you should get, and now they're harder to find.
Yeah.
I've been looking for a Bowser since Smash first came out.
Mhm.
I haven't found one. And I just found one the other day at a SEA for like $30, and I was like, "Yep, that's mine."
Yep,
Let me get
I
that
have
right
them
now.
too. See, I have some of them open. I'm pissed. I opened Kirby and Samus, and I'm like, I shouldn't have opened those. So,
Oh, I'm gonna open them anyways. I'm gonna
do you use them?
Chessboard. Yeah, I use
Well,
them.
I meant for on the Switch. You use them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I put their because you can do the amiibo fighters, and me and Jared just beat them up for a few hours.
Nice. Ren, what do you collect? You obviously have a lot of stuff behind you.
Yeah, I collect Marvel Select figures, so the very specific line of Marvel Select. DC, I have several lines because they don't have a very specific line like one above the other. They have several lines, which is weird. So I have several figures from different lines. I collect Blu-rays, I collect Funko Pops all around me, and I think that's pretty much it. Yeah.
My theater is back today. Today's double feature: Jurassic Park and Wonder Woman. Good pick. I saw Jurassic Park yesterday in the theaters, and it was awesome. It was awesome
Really?
going back. Yeah, one theater in Arizona is open right now, and I went, and they have like Raiders of the Lost Ark playing. The tickets are like $4.
I was gonna go to a drive-in theater.
Oh, those are fun. You should. They're really fun.
I've gone a few times. I really like the ones around here.
Mm-hmm. Which board games would make a better movie, Candyland or Chutes and Ladders? Well, it depends. If you turn them into horror movies, you could do Candyland or Chutes and Ladders.
I think
they did
a horror movie would be awesome.
Candyland, yeah. What about you, Ren?
I never played either of these, to be honest. I know the name Shoots and Ladders. Maybe I heard it on a show in a movie, but
You shoot someone while they're climbing up a ladder. That's how you play it.
Okay. I usually just do that in live action anyway. So
Sweet. John Wick or Jason Bourne? John Wick.
John Wick.
John Wick. Easy.
Not gonna work. I really liked King of Staten Island. A few issues, but a deep thing Davidson put in there was I loved how he paid tribute to Kid Cudi because he said kids' music saved his life over suicidal thoughts. That's awesome. I really liked King of Staten Island. I thought that movie was fucking great. I still have issues with a couple things towards the ending, but yeah. Carlos, are you excited to watch King of Staten Island?
I don't have any anticipation to, just because I'm not a big fan of Pete Davidson. I don't like the way he reacted to the whole Mac Miller death, and I don't like some of the things that came out. So I don't watch any of his stand up or anything. I just don't support him.
Red?
I thought it was a good movie. Liked it as well.
Definitely. Artemis Fowl made me hate being Irish. I apologize for the inconvenience the rest of the world.
Was it that bad?
Yeah, it's terrible. It's legitimately like
it's bad.
Yeah.
I
read the books.
I figured it was going to, but
I read
didn't
the
realize
books.
it was that.
And now finding out that they actually reshot half the film beforehand makes total fucking sense. You can literally see that because in the books Artemis Fowl is a villain, but in the movies they don't make him a villain. And that's the biggest issue with it is because I'm just gonna spoil it because you shouldn't watch it.
Yeah, I'm not
Artemis Fowl kidnaps a fairy, and in the first book he kidnaps her because he wants money. He legitimately just wants to be rich and money and have fortune. In the movie, he kidnaps her to save his father.
So in the books, he doesn't care about his father?
His father's not really in it.
Oh, okay.
Like,
weird.
Yeah.
So they just try to make it a kid-friendly adaptation, it looks like.
Literally. Like, that's all it
boring.
was. Which meal would you rather have at a dine-in theater? Chicken pot pie or a salmon burger?
You want to start?
Neither.
I mean, if I had to pick, I'll take a chicken pot pie, but I mean,
I can't eat a chicken pot pie after watching Midsummer, so.
I mean, that's fair. I try not to think about it, but I mean, it's better than salmon, honestly. I'm not a big fan of cooked fish.
Yeah, I just starve. Ren?
Salmon burger all the way. Don't put fucking chicken in a pie. Just eat the chicken. God damn it.
I mean, that's fair.
Not wrong.
I honestly respect that.
True. Are you guys excited for Ratchet and Clank: Rift in Time? I love the franchise. Growing up, knowing we have a new game with those characters makes me happy. We've already talked about the PS5 design. Ratchet and Clank wise, I'm really excited for this game. The only thing I'm still iffy on is I want to know the continuity of this Ratchet and Clank game. Is it based off the reboot, or is it going off the other ones? Because that's my biggest thing. Is I really like the rebooted one, but it felt like who reboots a video game? Why wouldn't you just continue the series?
That's fair, yeah. I mean, it looked pretty like true to the source of like the original formula. I mean, I'm excited for it nevertheless because it's a new game of like my childhood. So I'm gonna give it a try if I ever get my hands on it. But I mean,
definitely
hope for the best, expect the worst.
Yeah, Ren.
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
Are you excited for Ratchet and Clank, the new one?
No, I have no attachment to Ratchet and Clank.
Okay, well, fuck you. Okay, which director would have the best restaurant based on their filmography? Quentin Tarantino, Martin Scorsese, Christopher Nolan, Denis Villeneuve, or Yorgos Lanthimos?
This one, Zach, put me on.
For me, it'd be Tarantino. I think Tarantino would have, but Scorsese could have a pretty cool fucking restaurant too. Carlos?
I would say Quentin Tarantino.
Okay, and Ren?
Okay, this depends on what you're seeking to get out of this state. Put the question back on because I don't want to forget anyone. So Tarantino would be a fast food restaurant. It'd be a diner sort of thing.
Yeah.
Scorsese would have an Italian restaurant for sure. Christopher Nolan and Denis Villeneuve would have the more refined meals, something that is quite expensive but is worth the price. Yorgos Lanthimos, I like him as a director, but I want to stay the fuck away from his restaurant. He's gonna have one of those eat in the dark fucking restaurants that I
with like headphones on, where you hear animal noises.
Lights on.
No.
Yeah, I don't want anything to do with that restaurant.
So which one? Which one would you pick?
Again, depends on the date, but I'm going Christopher Nolan as expected.
Okay. And Carlos, you're going with Tarantino?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right. I think Scorsese for me. Good chicken parm from them, man. I feel like I could get that there.
Hey, how are you doing?
Let's see. What do you guys think of the Spectacular Spider-Man? Great.
Which one is that?
That's the one everyone likes. The cartoon show.
It's not as good as the anime.
Okay. Have you ever heard about who might be in replacing Ruby Rose in Batman season 2? I don't care. I really don't give a fuck.
I don't know. Those shows are kind of like iffy for me. I enjoyed Arrow and Flash, but I don't know. I mean, it just kind of got too cheesy for me at one point.
Yeah. Ren, do you have any input on this? I still think it's who should play Batwoman in season 2. No one. Just cancel the fucking show.
No, don't cancel it. But just have someone play the same character. Don't do any stupid recasting.
Yeah. Dune or Tenet? You can only watch one. Oh fuck. Dune.
Dune, because Dune is starting a franchise, possibly.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Let me set up Dune for you, Carlos, and I think I can convince you on this, even though there's no trailer yet. Dune is gonna be the next Lord of the Rings in Star Wars.
Really?
Yes.
In one.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a bold claim.
Yeah. Did you like Blade Runner 2049?
I didn't get around to watching it.
Did you watch Arrival?
No. It's on my Netflix list.
I'm asking you. Prisoners.
Negative. Oh wait, yeah. I did.
Did you like that movie?
Yeah, that one was really good.
So the guy who's done all those movies that I just mentioned, he's doing it. Oh, did you see Sicario?
Yeah.
Oh, he did Sicario.
Okay.
Okay. Same guy.
Yeah, that's why I picked Dune. Even though Tenet, I'm really excited for. Yeah. I mean, it's like neck and neck to see, but Dune I would pick just because this director has done no wrongs. Nolan, he's top 3 directors for me, but I love the Tenet trailers.
I like weird stuff, so the Tenet trailer really intrigues me.
It is, yeah. I can get that. Favorite video game soundtrack? The Last of Us. I just playing through it again. It's straight up the best score and soundtrack I've ever heard in a game.
Really?
Devil May Cry though. Devil May Cry 5.
I was about to say that. I was gonna say either Devil May Cry or Doom. Doom's
fucking great.
Doom's BFG division goes with every single game. If you look it up, there's a clip someone did of it going with just a collection of the most ridiculous games, and it goes with every single game.
Yeah. Ren?
I don't pay a lot of attention to video game soundtracks, but from the ones I have paid attention to, probably God of War 3.
God of War 3 is great. All right, guys. So we're kind of hitting to the middle of this show. So thank you guys again so much for clicking on this. We're still going to be taking your questions. Keep throwing them in. And again, if you guys want them answered right away or a guaranteed answer, just make sure to throw in a super chat. They're not needed, but they're welcome. And also make sure to go subscribe to both of these guys. One over on Twitch, one on YouTube. You guys must too. If you don't, I'll kill you. Given that Godzilla versus Kong has been pushed back again for the better, whose team are you on? Team Godzilla or Team Kong? Team Kong all the way. Kong's going to kill Godzilla and win.
Team Kong, baby.
He's too fast. He's too fast. He's fucking fast as shit, man.
I mean, yeah, but Godzilla's Godzilla, you know?
And Godzilla's fat. He's going to lose.
I don't know. I feel like he's going to get the underdog story, right?
They did say that there's going to be a definitive winner, which we'll see.
And the underdog is Kong because everyone is betting on Godzilla. Most people are betting on Godzilla.
I figured everybody was going to go Kong.
No, every time I talk to someone,
I figured they would have done a like he gets beat again and he's like resurrects and there's a big beam of energy and he comes back alive.
Yeah, I agree. Which female MCU character would you rather have babysit your kids? Black Widow, Scarlet Witch, Gamora, or Nebula? Carlos?
It's got to be Scarlet Witch.
Okay.
Black Widow.
Wow.
Wait, hold on.
Okay, I'll come back to you.
Yeah.
Ren?
Well, I don't have a kid, so you know what happens
when you have a kid.
No. When the father doesn't have a kid, it's just him and the baby.
Don't talk about this.
It's Black Widow. It's Black Widow. Dibs on Black Widow.
Like, I feel like Scarlet Witch would be a better mom, but Black Widow's like on top of everything. You know,
on top of everything. Do you mean that in a certain way? For me, I would actually think of Scarlet Witch too. I do think it would be funny to have Nebula. Like, she would just pick it up and be like, "What is this thing?"
Oh yeah, she would get grossed out.
Favorite sport spoofish movie? I love Dodgeball, but Blades of Glory is so freaking funny. I mean, Dodgeball is a great one. I would probably put Dodgeball as mine.
Either Dodgeball or Balls of Fury. You remember which one?
Balls of Fury is funny. I remember that movie. I actually didn't hate that movie.
So ridiculous.
Ren?
Shaolin Soccer all the way.
I've never seen it. I've never fucking seen that.
So that's
Are we considering Kung Fu Hustle too?
I guess you could. You could. So it's interesting. What was the last movie you're seeing from a movie that made you feel physically uncomfortable watching it? The office scene between Robbie and Lithgow made me so uncomfortable and angry. Yeah, that was a scene. Uncomfortable wise, Hustlers.
Really?
When they're drugging everyone.
Oh,
I felt very. I mean, what? No, I felt gross. It was very gritty. So I felt uneasy in those situations. Uncomfortable wise, also
it's kind of weird that Nicki Minaj like admitted to doing that and then just no one said anything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not.
And is now like married to a child or no, a child predator or something like that.
Yeah, something weird. We don't talk about
what?
that. That's just but uncomfortable wise, another one would probably be Midsummer.
That's
the whole fucking movie. Like when he eats the pube, I wanted to throw up. Or like when he's having sex with the girl and they're like pushing him.
That one made me like, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah. Ren?
Probably for those who haven't seen it, I'm not going to spoil it, but that scene very early on in The Nightingale.
Oh.
There's
you can spoil it.
I can spoil it. So basically, in one single scene, they fucking throw a baby against a wall, they rape a woman, and they shoot her husband to the ground, and you just stay there. You just stay there.
Carlos, it's from the director who did The Babadook. If you want to watch it, it's on Hulu. It's really good. It's a really good movie, but it's fucked up.
There was a scene, I don't remember what it was, but there was this Netflix movie I watched, and it was some weird like horror movie, like Apostle or something like that. And there's a scene where they have the drill. Is that the same movie?
Yeah.
Yep. That's the last time that I was like physically uncomfortable. I was like, stop.
I love Apostle. I fucking love Apostle. Cure for Wellness too. When he's drilling into the tooth.
I forgot about that one.
And I'm like,
why did you remind me, Zach?
You know how like most movies like pull away. You're like, they're not.
Why did you remind me? I forgot about that movie. You dick.
Sorry, brother. But I remember I was just sitting there watching it, and I'm like, oh, they're gonna pull away. Oh god, no, they're drilling into his teeth. Oh fuck that.
That movie was so awful.
What anime for you should never be touched and put into live action for you? I adore Yu-Gi-Oh, but it should never be touched for live action treatment for me. Carlos, do you want to take this first?
Naruto. Don't ever do Naruto.
Well, they're doing it.
Too late.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I will say this though. I really like the writer they have on it.
I'll be honest though. I'm excited for the Cowboy Bebop. I'm excited
I-
for the Cowboy
Oh,
Bebop
yeah.
live action.
I'm actually excited for One Piece too. The original creators helping with it.
Oh yeah, that's right. I
And then
forgot about that one.
Avatar is getting another live action on Netflix.
We'll see. We'll see. I have a lot of faith in Netflix, but we'll see.
They made Death Note though, and that was garbage.
Yeah, Death Note was so bad.
Honestly,
It was so bad.
anime wise, don't ever do Zatch Bell.
Which one was that?
The puppet Momoto one, when you get like a puppet and it talks and that does spells. It's like Pokemon with puppets. It's
Oh.
really fucking cool. It's actually really cool. The one I would actually,
Oh,
Oh,
I just want to see how they do it in live action.
you froze, so we didn't hear
Oh.
which one you. You're back now, but we didn't hear which one you meant.
Zatch Bell.
No, but after that.
Oh, bubba. I
Oh,
want.
okay.
oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
That one's awesome. Ren.
I don't ever want a fairy tale either.
I don't care. I haven't
Don't-
watched it yet.
Don't like 99% of them don't do them. However, I will say I'm not against turning anime into live action. I'm against turning anime into live action movies because TV show I think could work, but I'm going with an easy route. I'm going to mention my favorite anime of all time. Don't ever do the Fate series on live action. Fuck you if you do the Fate series on live action.
What if they did Dragon Ball again, Ren?
No. Get out.
Yeah, I don't think they could do it right.
Get out.
I'm curious on how they do Naruto. I don't think Naruto should be a movie. It should be a show.
Yeah.
That
Yep,
should be a
absolutely.
show.
I think Naruto can very well work as live action, but it has to be a show.
It can't like
There's too much information to go.
there- you would have to make 1,000 sequels.
Yeah, it would like it would have to be like a bunch of different movies.
And
for them
when
to
and
get
where do you
through all
start
of
at it? Do you start when he's younger? Or
I
do
mean,
you
they
start
could-
when he's
they could-
older?
They could start in like retail Shippuden, basically.
Yeah.
I'm
and-
going to be
like,
honest. I
essentially
think that would
everyone
actually be the
knows
smarter to do.
Because
I think
everybody essentially already knows Naruto. If they just start with an
Mhm.
already established character, like people could get with it, could get behind it, and even
Yeah.
if like people who aren't fully on board, like if you just give a small recap, it's
Yeah.
fine. It's
yeah.
fine.
But even that, if they start with Shippuden, the most I can see them do, even in a trilogy, is like go up to where Azuma dies, and that's stretching.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's unique, man. What's your guys' favorite card game? Mine's Uno. That's what Damien Scott said. Mine's
Oh.
probably Uno too, even though I fucking suck at it.
Yeah, it's got to be Uno. We play Uno all the time on Xbox. Me and a couple of the boys. That's where a lot of fuck yous back and forth. You know,
Definitely.
it's real aggressive.
Yeah. And Ren?
Strip poker.
Okay. Scott Pilgrim will be getting a re-release for its 10th anniversary in August. I remember seeing it in cinemas and I got to go back to see it 10 years later. Will you guys go receive the re-release? Absolutely.
Yep.
My country is not cool enough for that. They're not going to show it, but I would.
Maybe your country will be cool.
I hope so. Like, they're not being cool right now. Cinemas are open, but they're just playing the stuff that was already there when they had to forcibly close.
That's weird. That's really
Yeah.
weird. Sorry, but Dune is not going to beat Lord of the Rings. I didn't ever said it was. I said it's going to be the next, like franchise-wise. We have not had a franchise like Lord of the Rings and Star Wars.
Yeah.
Top 5 DCU actors and actresses. Mine are Zachary Levi, Margot Robbie, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Mark Strong, and Jack Dylan Grazer. I'm just gonna do like top 5 actors and actresses together, I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
I would go Zachary Levi, Margot Robbie, Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot, and Ben Affleck as Batman.
I'm going Margot Robbie, Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck. Who else is on there? Like Nicole Kidman, just because she's one of the best actresses working out there.
Mhm.
And I'll go Mark Strong at the end. Yeah.
Okay. And Carlos?
I would say, well, I really liked Henry Cavill's Superman. He's probably the best iteration of Superman we've gotten on
Yes, he
screen.
is.
Thank you.
He's like the most like burly and like the like just plain Superman that everybody knows. Like he's like a very plain person. He's just like the big symbol for heroes.
Yeah.
So I feel like Henry Cavill's good. I like Ben Affleck because he's more of like a gritty Batman, which is what I like. But he's not quite what I'm looking for. Like, The Dark Knight Returns Batman is perfect for me. So if they could get something closer to that, that would be cool. I really like Jason Momoa, but I think they did him dirty with his movies.
Really? See, I like Aquaman a lot.
I really like Aquaman.
I thought it was so corny.
That's the point. That's why I liked it. They went corny. He's a corny hero.
Well, yeah, I know, but like it was a little too much for me at some points.
It was like a giant live action anime.
I would love to say Zachary Levi based off of the trailers, but I still haven't seen Shazam.
Oh wow, really? I love Shazam.
But like,
Carlos, I'm going to tell you right now.
I know I'm going to love it.
Carlos, right now, I will tell you that will probably be your favorite DC film. That will legitimately.
I don't know why I haven't seen it. Like, I kind of just got lazy.
You need to watch it.
Ezra Miller's Flash is awesome, and I don't even know the last one.
We don't like to talk about Ezra Miller here.
Why?
He choked a woman out and threw her to the floor.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
It's all good. It's awkward. I mean, I don't mind him as the Flash either. It's just funny. Like,
I wasn't going to say anything, but I saw Zach holding his left hand.
Let me retract that. Are we considering? Can I consider the CN Flash or the TV Flash?
CW? Sure.
CW. That's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I mean, Ezra Miller's a fantastic actor. I will give him that. He's a fucking phenomenal actor. He's just a fucking idiot.
Oh yeah.
What is your favorite studio logo? Mine honestly is A24. I love it. I love when an A24 logo pops up.
It's really satisfying to see A24. It's like I already know that the movie is going to make me like just uneasy when I see that that pop up.
Did you see Uncut Gems?
Yep.
You loved it?
I thought it was awesome. I didn't think it was like as big as everybody thought it was going to be, but it was still really good.
Yeah, see, I loved it. That second rewatch fucking kills me on that film. Ren, I know you don't like that movie.
No, I wasn't going to talk about the movie. It's cliche, but 20th Century Fox had the best logo. Even now, when it says studios, it's still the best logo coming up.
Yeah, I agree. Favorite Rockstar game? The Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Redemption is the best Rockstar game. It's better than 2. I think 2 overall, you could argue, is a better made game, but I think the first game was simplified, had a great story, and the online was fucking awesome.
And the zombies.
The zombies, yeah. If we're going to another one, GTA 5, great game, just oversaturated at this point.
Yeah, that's fair.
It literally, what they could do is just make another GTA and just add this online into there. I'm so curious to see what they do with Call of Duty Warzone with this next Call of Duty. Smartest thing is you just segue Warzone into Black Ops 4, so they don't have to make a completely new battle royale. That's all you have to do.
I mean, they could do that. They're trying to do like a full like storyline following Warzone. Like every time they put out a new update, there's a new cutscene.
I noticed that.
Adding in more but it's all like based off of the original storyline.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna call it Warzone 2. I already fucking know they will.
I'll cry.
Warzone 2.0. But yeah, what's your guys' favorite Rockstar game? Ren?
Off the top of my head, I can't remember just stuff that they've done that I have played beyond GTA.
Let me give a shout out. Max Payne 3 is very underrated. And that was them. That was a very underrated game. Not enough people talked about it. Carlos?
So do you guys remember Red Dead Revolver?
Yes. Good game.
Okay. I played that like in secret when I was at my grandma's house because my uncle had it and I wasn't my grandma was super strict and only my uncle was allowed to play games. And so I played the shit out of that game. I loved Red Dead Revolver. And when my grandma would leave, he would let me play with him. And so me and my uncle played that game back to back for hours. That game was really awesome. And I played Midnight Club Dub Edition, Midnight Club 3.
Midnight Club's another good one. And I'm not a big racing game.
Me neither. But it was so simple that anybody could play it. And I'm so bad at racing games. So the ones now, I don't touch them. But the old one, I love it.
All right, next question. What would you rather have as a pet? Baby Godzilla or Baby Kong? Baby Kong? Because he can't shoot light.
Kong would be funny. Godzilla would be an asshole.
He can't shoot fire out of his mouth.
Godzilla shoots fire, yeah, and he's got radiation.
Yeah, he would be a dick.
What fucked me up?
You would have to sleep in the microwave.
What fucked me up, man? Thoughts on Ari Aster saying his next movie will be 4-hour nightmare comedy? We kind of discussed this on our podcast, right, Ren? So Carlos, we'll get your opinion on this.
What was it?
Thoughts on Ari Aster, the guy who made Midsummer, making a 4-hour nightmare comedy. That's what he said his next film's going to be. It won't be 4 hours if it's in theaters. I can guarantee that.
Right. I mean, I'll probably go see it. I really enjoyed Midsummer. It made me really uncomfortable, which is like what I enjoy in my movies, because I look for just any movie that can make me an extreme feeling. It's got a special ranking for me. So Midsummer was one of those, because there was times when I was like almost having to look away. So I'm really excited, because I'll probably sit through all 4 hours, even if I have to buy the special edition for it.
Mm-hmm.
I would sit through all 4 hours.
I have a feeling if it's gonna be 4 hours, if it's going through A24, it'll just get cut. One movie in the beginning of the year, second movie in the after. If not, it'll go on HBO or something where you watch the full thing.
Yeah.
Do you think Halloween Kills will get pushed off to 2021? I don't think so. They're already talking about doing a trailer. It's coming this year. The next Halloween film.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of it yet.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be shocked. I'd be surprised. I wouldn't expect it, but I wouldn't be shocked if it goes to digital directly.
Mm-hmm. I will say though, right now, Dune is officially coming out in December. They would have pushed it back yesterday.
Yes.
If it was going to, they pushed a lot of stuff back. I will say this, with the second wave coming, I am worried that a lot more films are going to get pushed back again.
Yeah,
and I mean a fuck ton of films. I'm waiting. I told you this. I think Mulan gets pushed back this week.
Yeah.
And Mulan will go to December, and then Dune gets pushed back.
No.
You enjoy Power Rangers?
Yes.
Yeah.
To this day.
Did you guys like the new movie?
It's fucking amazing. Me and
it was so good. I'm so mad people let it flop. It was good.
Yeah.
It was so good.
I want Tommy Oliver.
Oh, here comes the typical question. Hey Zach, have you watched Hachi's a Dogtails yet? You need to. I'm never fucking watching that.
I keep telling you.
Have you seen Hachi's a Dogtail?
Which one is that? Is that the claymation? Is that one of those claymation?
No, look up the poster, and I already know the dog is gonna probably die, so I don't even want to watch it.
It's based on a real story.
But look at that cute puppy. Why would you want to watch it die?
I'm not gonna watch a Shiva die.
I didn't get to watch it in theaters. I have it on DVD. I've only watched it once. I never had the balls to go back to it.
I will never watch it again. I will never watch it. I'm not fucking watching it. Someone will legitimately have to send it to me, tie me down, and force me to watch that shit. I would rather watch.
Girlfriend, if you're watching, do it.
I would rather watch fucking 50 Shades 5 million times
in a row. No, you wouldn't. Come on.
You're right. Are you going to play the remasters of Mafia 1 and 2? I definitely am. I didn't like 3, but I adore 2. It's one of the best written games ever. Are you going to get them? The first Mafia 1, yeah. Mafia 2, no, that remaster looks like fucking garbage. I literally have the original version, so I don't need to play it at all. It just looks like complete trash. 3 was fine. I never beat it though. Ren?
No dog in this race, man.
Carlos?
I played
okay, so I played a lot of 2, and 2 was really fun, but I did this weird thing. I had my Xbox wasn't fully connected to the internet when I was growing up, so I had the trial for it, and I just replayed the trial for Mafia 2 over and over and over and over again until I got online and I bought the full game. It was awesome. So I'm excited for Mafia 2, but I don't want to buy the full bundle for just 2. I don't give a shit about anything else, but Mafia 2 was so much fun to just mess around in.
Yeah, Ren, by the way, she just texted me and said I'm doing it.
Yes!
It's not going to happen.
Yes, it is.
All right, we're going to take 2 more questions, guys. Do you think Black Widow will get pushed back? No. No, it won't. I think there's a possibility it gets pushed up at this point. I wouldn't be shocked if they moved it out of November and pushed it into August. I really wouldn't. I think it depends on how Tenet does, though. It really just depends on how Tenet does. If Tenet does decent...
I think if Tenet sticks to mysterious enough, because I hate when trailers show too much, and I like that Tenet is keeping it like weird and mysterious. So I think if they stick to that, more people will be interested when it comes out.
I'm going to be honest. The more mysterious they get, the more I really think it ties into Inception in some way.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, watch it. I've only seen it
just because Inception's going back in the theaters on July 17th, 2 weeks before. And I'm just sitting here, I'm like, it's too, like, all the actors talked about that. They only got the scripts for their scenes. They didn't get it for anything else. So I'm like, Ren, I'm going to throw this to you. Over, under 45% DiCaprio has a cameo.
45%? I'm going to say under. Not saying 0%, not saying there's no chance, but I'm going to go under 45.
Okay, what about any of the actors from Inception?
I'm comfortable at 50. At least one. I'm not seeing more than one, whether it's DiCaprio or anybody else. I'm not seeing more than
Could be
one.
Lovett. Could be Lovett or Hardy.
Yeah.
Or it could be Cillian Murphy. I mean,
Could be
that's
Ellen
the thing.
Page.
It could be fuck her, though. JK.
I was like, what did she do?
All right. Nothing. Carlos?
I'd say it's about a soft 30% all around for me. I mean, it would be cool, but I don't know. I don't feel like many sequels are being made, and I feel like if it was, they would have said it already, just so it, or like at least like hinted something at it, so people would, it would build up more hype, and they would not say another word about it.
I agree. So I guess we'll see. I'm trying to find one that even Carlos can answer. All right. Speaking of Ezra Miller, do you guys think they will still going to use him as the Flash, despite what, because of Muschietti still? I don't know. I don't get what you're saying. Sorry, man. I guess you're asking, is Ezra Miller still going to be using the Flash movie? Yes, if it happens.
Yeah,
probably.
They would have kicked him off. They would have kicked him off. Like,
they would have put out a big statement, like everybody does, like Disney.
Yeah, and that's my thing. I'm still curious to see what happens with JK after those fucking tweets.
Yeah, those are
with the Fantastic Beast films. I mean, and the thing is, she didn't say anything afterward. Like, nothing came out, no statement. Just legitimately, like, this is how I feel. And it was so random too. It was like the most random.
It was so unprovoked.
It's like she was drunk and she was like, "I'm gonna tweet this out."
She's like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna piss everybody off."
I just legitimately, Ren, I think we get one more Fantastic Beasts films and that's it. I think they buy the franchise underneath her and they do whatever they want with it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think they would do more as well. I think they do all the 5 they have planned, as long as it makes money, but she's fired after
I think if the third one doesn't make money, they're not going to continue.
Oh, yeah, I agree with that. I'm saying as long as they make money, they're going to make the 5 that they planned. But
Carlos, what do you think? Are you a fan of the Fantastic Beasts Harry Potter spin-offs?
I actually haven't gotten around to watching them. I watched all the Harry Potters growing up, but I never got around to watching Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, it's okay. You don't need
really.
To. Yeah. So we're gonna end on this one. The Last of Us 2 is about to be the best game ever. Can't wait for your review, Zach. Yeah, neither can I. And I can say this: Ren is actually playing the game for the first time. We're gonna probably have a video up on Thursday discussing his first time going through it. I'm shooting for Thursday, the day before, and then like leading into the weekend, you're gonna get an unboxing of the collector's edition. As long as Amazon doesn't push that fucking back. I saw that they're pushing shit. I will legitimately buy another copy of this game.
I've gotten a GameStop package pushed back like 3 times, and I had Amazon push my package before back like twice.
Annoying. It's so annoying. You're gonna get a review. You're gonna get a spoiler review. I'm thinking about doing a comparing video. The first game compared to the second game. Which one's better? The first game's my favorite game of all time. So this is like the most exciting time ever for me until Cyberpunk comes out. And then I took a weekend off for Last of Us. I'm taking a whole fucking week off for Cyberpunk.
I got a month lined up. Like, I'm using up all my vacation.
That game, watch it suck. Watch it fucking suck.
I would bawl my eyes out. Tyler, okay, so Tyler's probably gonna this is like the last game that he's relying on to be good, probably. And if this game isn't good, he's probably never touching a console again.
He'll never touch a video game again.
Yeah, like he doesn't give a shit about anything else other than this game. And this game needs to be good. Like, it's got so much hype around it. There's no way it can't be good. Like, they pushed it back just to make it better. I respect that. That's a power play.
Yeah, I agree. We'll take this last question one more time. I am a small new YouTuber that does movie reviews. Advice. We've done this before, but I like doing the advice stuff. Just keep doing it. Do it for fun. Don't do it for views. Don't do it. Do it because you enjoy it. That's definitely and I need to get back in that mentality of doing things because I enjoy them. Not because I feel like I should do them. Even though there are some videos that I feel like I should do because views wise. Do it because you enjoy it. And just learn the algorithm. Do research. I mean, I could sit here and do a whole fucking 3-hour podcast just discussing what you should research and go into, but research the title, thumbnails, tagging is like your best fucking friend. And yeah, I mean, just keep doing it. I mean, and that's the thing. And comment to YouTubers who are like the same subscriber base as you. Find them and then collab with them and grow together. That's something I wish I would have done from the start. Ren?
Yeah, watch a lot of other people, talk with a lot of other people, comment on their videos, and don't just do those. Great review, I have one as well. Thanks. Please check it
I
out.
don't
Something
go
like
look
that.
at those. I don't go
Yeah,
look at those.
don't
Just
comment
letting
those.
everyone know.
Actually, watch their reviews, listen to what they're saying, communicate with them, try to form friendships, and just find your voice. Don't be afraid to try something that you see other people doing, because you'll see if it doesn't work for you. You'll see if you're too much like them and you
Mhm.
can't make that thing your own thing. But try to find your voice and try to grow.
I agree. That's it. Carlos, do you have anything to tell people if they're trying to grow on Twitch that you're trying to kind of learning from?
Just have a personality. Like, try to stand out as much as possible. I mean, I'm small. I've got like 10 followers, so I'm not like
You
anywhere
have
big.
11
But I
right
mean,
now. You have
oh,
11
let's
now.
go. But I mean, I think like from watching Twitch and like seeing and tuning into my favorite Twitch streamers, just have a personality. Be yourself. Like,
Mhm.
don't play a character. Just be yourself and have fun. Like, it's
Yeah.
I'm on there trying to build a community, and I want to like talk with people and play games with people. And so, if you guys like that, follow my Twitter, and I'm gonna post whenever every time I go live. And we got a Discord started too. So if you guys want to join that,
And that's the perfect place to end it. So you guys know where to go find him at. His link will be down below in the bio. Please go follow him. If he gets to 20 followers by the end of today, and he tells me that, I will give away something next week.
Wow.
Ooh.
20
And
followers by the end of the day.
yeah, and then I will say this. I told someone at my work this. It's not going to happen, and I fucking know it won't. If I get to 55,000 subscribers by November, I will buy a PlayStation 5 for someone. Won't fucking happen though. I'm just throwing it out there. It won't happen.
Get him. He'll buy it for me. Get him to 50,000.
Get on that, guys. That's crazy.
Other
Dibs
than
on that
though,
PlayStation.
Fuck. Everyone's gonna have dibs on that shit. Other than that, Ren, where can they find you at, man?
You can find me everywhere: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Ren Geekness. Today I just uploaded an anime review and I'm trying that. Something new to bring to the channel, not only movie reviews, but at least once a month I'm going to try and do a review of an anime series. I do movies sometimes, but that's different. If it's an anime series, I'll try to do it. So go check it out, please. Tell me if you enjoyed, if you want to see more, and share with your friends who love anime as well.
Perfect. There we go. And Carlos, I want people to go suggest games that Carlos should play. Carlos, I really do think you should stream yourself playing scary games. Like,
oh yeah,
Alan Wake could be cool.
I think
Resident
I have
Evil
Alan Wake
7.
lined up. I'm probably going to be going live probably about 1 o'clock ish today.
Okay.
Here.
What are you gonna play?
Probably start off with some Valorant and see where it goes from there. But
I dig
Valorant is definitely the play today. That game is awesome. It's so much
Are you
fun.
using the Elgato?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
I'm using it's from my console. I don't need it to stream off my PC. I can just capture a specific window.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna try to work out the Elgato because I was struggling to get it to work on my Switch the other day. I was trying to stream Smash and it wasn't working, but I'm gonna try to get it work on my console. But I got a few games lined up on PC, and I'll be streaming probably about 1 o'clock today ish.
Perfect. There we go, guys. Thank you guys again so much for clicking on this, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Until next week, where we talk more shit on Sundays. Have fun.